Thank you, Police Band. I'm humbled with all the nice words I have heard today. Thank you. Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of the Gambia, Adama Barrow, the Imam Ratib of Banjul, honorable cabinet ministers here present, led by our able Minister of Digital Economy, Mr. Lamin Jabi, the Deputy Speaker and members of the Parliament, our own Honorable Chief Justice, the governors, traditional leaders, MDs, DGs, Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, esteemed partners, contractors and colleagues, members of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, viewers watching QTV, GRTS, PTV, and Star, and radio stations, online platforms, all live right now in Gambia and beyond. I welcome you all, but I just want to recognize one person in our midst who normally wants to hide. It's my brother Muhammed Jah. He's in our midst, one of Gambia's finest entrepreneurs. Quiet and humble, but doing a lot for the country. We welcome you, my brother. We begin today, as our faith and our culture teaches us, with gratitude. Gratitude to Allah for life, for peace, for health, and for stability that allows our nation not only to endure, but to build. I would like to start by honoring my parents, Imam Jah and Mama Hinda, without whom I would not have been standing here today. I pray that Allah grants them Jannatul Firdaus. Ameen. And to my father, Professor Muhammed Jah, long life and great health. There are rare moments in the life of a nation when what is built becomes more than a structure. Moments when steel, glass, and concrete rise beyond mere functions and become symbols. Qgroup House is one of those moments. The building stands bold and confident. It does not merely occupy space, it declares intent. It declares that the Gambia is not only open for business, but ready to shape its own destiny. For countries like ours, symbol matters. They reshape how we see ourselves and how the world sees us. The building is not only about height, it's about horizon, it's about scale. It's a profound honor to welcome you all to this landmark occasion. And we are especially humbled, truly humbled, by the grace of His Excellency, the President of the Republic, President Adama Barrow. Your Excellency, your presence here today reaffirms a powerful truth that when public and private sector align around a common national purpose, transformation is no more aspirational, it is inevitable. On behalf of the entire Qgroup family, we are deeply grateful, and you are welcome, Your Excellency, with your cabinet. Many years ago, as a young man standing at the threshold of life, I told my father I wanted to go into business. He did not speak to me about profit. He did not speak to me about strategy or market share. He speaks to me about values, about character. As the first capital of any enterprise and the only enduring foundation upon which lasting success can stand, that has been my inner capital ever since. Honesty, discipline, and hard work has been our core principles. A few years earlier, I have been at Forobe College in Sierra Leone, completing an engineering degree. I graduated in the 1990s, a transformative period when the world was awakening to the information age. The World Wide Web was emerging, Personal computers were arriving in living rooms around the globe. In the Gambia, however, this brave new wall was only a rumor. When the wall was logging on, we were locked out. According to statistics, there were 0 internet users in 1990, 0. From this barren digital landscape, a singular ambition took root in me to localize the global technology revolution, the turning point. The moment that truly drove the point home was witnessing a government department fly in a European consultant at great expense simply to teach the staff basic word processing. The ridiculous dependency was a catalyst I could not ignore. It was out of that necessity, not abundant resources, but an abundant sense of what was possible, that I established QuantumNet Training Center. That modest room of blinking screens became something for greater than a classroom. It became a threshold. Young Gambians sat before the keyboard for the first time, opened screens for the first time, and glimpsed for the first time a future that belonged to them. Ladies and gentlemen, from that beginning grew merely a company, but a generation introduced to technology, equipped with digital skills, and embodied to imagine what this country can become. That is the Gambia's digital journey today, which began at that time. Step by step, QuantumNet Training Institute matured into QuantumNet Institute of Technology, a national leader in IT education, and in time forged an international partnership with St. Mary's University in Halifax, Canada. From the roots of QuantumNet, new ventures took shape, expanding our reach into the industries that shaped and impacted the everyday life of Gambians. From consumer electronics distribution, where Samsung placed its trust in us, to financial inclusion through Q Money. From natural water to Q City Leisure Complex, and automotive service with Espace Moto. From media platform like QTV and Q Radio to logistics through the acquisition of Redcoat Express, headquartered in the United Kingdom. We expanded into Islamic finance with Ajib Bank, blending modern banking with faith-guided principles, whilst the Q Group Foundation institutionalized generosity without diminishing its worth. And most recently, with QREC, Q Real Estate and Construction Company Limited, we are turning skyward ambition into concrete realities. Our ambition, ladies and gentlemen, refused to be limited in the local league, but propelled us to the Champions League. We went regional and continental. Ladies and gentlemen, we went regional and continental, establishing our businesses in West Africa, United Kingdom, and the US. Thank you, Gambia, for your support. Thank you for your prayers and encouragement. Across 13 companies and growing, the Q Group employs thousands across sectors, creating jobs, building skills, sustaining livelihoods. We are one of the largest private sector employers in the Gambia. Beyond employment, the Q Group has consistently honored its obligation to the Gambia Revenue Authority. Not so, Mr. The GRA is here. And the GRA has honored us in return, recognizing our tax compliance with multiple awards of excellence. The boldest leap, or rather the quantum leap, in the Q Group journey came in 2009, when we stepped into telecommunication as the fourth operator with the creation of Qcell. At the time, ladies and gentlemen, the sector was not just competitive, it was closed, dominated entirely by foreign players. But Qcell did not ask for space, it created the space. As the first private Gambian-owned GSM company, Qcell changed the narrative, proving that ownership, innovation, and excellence did not have to be imported. Qcell entered the market with force and determination, introducing 3G for the first time to Gambians, going on to lead with 4G, and then 5G, which the president launched 2 years ago. Not following trends, but setting them. And to this day, Qcell remains the only privately owned GSM operator. I am happy to state here today that Qcell has the biggest network, coverage, and the cheapest tariffs. In fact, today, for our customers who wake up today, anybody who gets any charge on Qcell or buys any credit, you have 200% bonus on it. To celebrate the day with our esteemed customers, any customer, Qcell customer, who recharges any amount will receive 200% bonus instantly. Ladies and gentlemen, Qcell was never a business decision. It was a statement of economic nationalism, a declaration of intellectual sovereignty, a signal to every young Gambian that the highest ceiling in this land can be cracked by you. Today, we stand before Qgroup House, a building as impressive in its presence as it's intelligent in its design, defined by its interconnected network of sensors, automated systems, optimized energy use, and enhanced comfort for all who work within it. This is a fully, smartly digitized, future-ready building, designed for the age of data, fiber, artificial intelligence, and virtual enterprise. It reflects a clear conviction: the Gambia must not arrive late to the future. We must prepare for it, shape it, and own our place within it. Ladies and gentlemen, development today is no longer measured only in roads and bridges, but in bandwidth, intelligence, and systems. Qgroup House is our contribution to that digital future for the Gambia. It is a symbol of what is possible when vision meets execution. And looking at this magnificent building, I must honor the hands that designed and built it. Neotech Company Limited, headed by Marco, conceptualized and designed this magnificent smart building. We thank them for their effort and professionalism. To QREC, Qgroup's own construction company, your craftsmanship, precision, and dedication brought Qgroup House from concept to concrete. This building stands today because of your dedication and excellence. Thank you, Muhammed Jah and your able team. Thank you very much for a fantastic job. Our commitment to contributing to the development of our country extends to the very ground we walk on today. Qgroup House rises along a road developed by the group itself. Once unpaved, dusty, riddled with potholes, the road called for our attention, and we responded. Today, we inaugurate Qcell Avenue, fully paved, thoughtfully finished, and built for all by Pavifort, a regional road construction company headed by my brother, Mr. Alimu, a true son of Sierra Leone and Africa. The wife is also here today to grace the occasion. Pedestrians now walk without dusty feet. Motorists move with ease, not bumpy interruptions. Residents breathe cleaner air, free from the clouds of dust that once defined this place. Progress sometimes is as simple and as powerful as paving the road in front of you. Ladies and gentlemen, The Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure is overseeing an unprecedented expansion of the country's road network. We recognize their noble efforts and thank them for accepting to name the street Qcell Avenue. We thank the National Road Authority and the entire ministry through the Minister of Works and Infrastructure, Honorable Ibrahim Silla. Thank you, Honorable, for your invaluable contribution to the infrastructural development of this country. We need it. Your Excellency, today, we open Qgroup House. We also open a new chapter in our nation, launching the first data center, Gambia's first data center, and Qcell fiber services. In this regard, we extend our deep appreciation to the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy. In a world where technology moves fast, you have ensured that policy keeps pace, that innovation is supported, that connectivity is expanded, that the future is not delayed. We thank the Ministry of Digital Economy and our able Minister, Honorable Lamin Jabi, for their exceptional contribution to digital innovation and connectivity. Honorable Minister, thank you very much. The data center and Qfiber services go hand in hand, forming the foundation of a modern digital economy. A data center ensures that data is stored securely within a country, reliable, fast to access, and governed locally. It reduces the dependency on foreign infrastructure, strengthens data sovereignty, and improves performance for digital services used by government, businesses, and individuals alike. Without a local or national data center, we cannot embrace the advantages of the new digital toy today called artificial intelligence. Qfiber, on the other hand, is what connects people and organizations to that data, delivering high-speed, stable internet directly to homes and businesses, allowing users to access cloud services, platforms, and applications hosted in the data center quickly and seamlessly. Today, they create a complete ecosystem where data is hosted locally and accessed instantly, driving innovation, efficiency, and national digital independence. National digital independence. In the modern world, Your Excellency, speed matters, access matters, but ownership matters. To build this digital backbone, we sought one of the best in the world, Huawei technologies. Their technical excellence, global expertise, and strategic collaboration help us turn vision into reality. I take this opportunity to thank them through the Vice President for Africa, Mr. Vinci, and the Huawei Gambia head, Mr. Joshua, who flew all the way here to grace the occasion. We thank them strongly. We thank them for their strong and valued partnership. Thank you, Mr. Vinci. The AI revolution is upon us. The notion of electrical and auto vehicles have moved from science fiction to science fact. Modern organizations' operations are fully digitized. It is our responsibility as Gambians, as Africans, and as a people to move forward with the world. Ladies and gentlemen, over the years, two ideas have defined the path of the Qgroup. The first is our enduring commitment to breaking new technology grounds. As the Qcell motto goes, we innovate and others follow. Captures not just a slogan, but a mindset that runs across all companies. It is this drive that will continue to shape our performance as we grow, ensuring that across all 13 companies in the different continents, we keep pace with global technological standards. Your Excellency, sir, powering that idea is the second deeper idea, the Sunyu Boss. Sunyu Boss, is more than a phrase. It is a philosophy of self-belief. It is the conviction that we, as a people, must take ownership of our destiny, economically, technologically, and nationally. It is about sovereignty, not just of data and infrastructure, but of mindset. Yes, mindset. And there has never been a more urgent time for this belief. We are living in an era of shifting global realities. Aid is declining. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed how fragile dependency can be. Supply chains, from fuel to food to freight, remain uncertain, vulnerable to disruptions far beyond our borders. Across the world, nations are turning inwards. Country first is no more a rhetoric. It's a policy. For a country like Gambia, Sunyubos is not optional. It is essential. It is the difference between vulnerability and resilience, between dependency and dignity. It is the understanding that true independence is built, not given. That our growth must be anchored in what we own, what we control, and what we are willing to invest in ourselves. This is why what we build matters. Because when we build, we retain value. When we own, we create jobs. When we invest locally, we strengthen the very foundation of our economy. Others may come, and they are welcome. But I believe that only Gambians can develop the Gambia. Gambians and Gambian businesses should be in the forefront of our economy and should be giving the utmost support by the government to not only participate, but to lead in order to achieve meaningful and lasting development. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to speak plainly for a moment. The greatest constraint to the development of our country is not lack of resources. I don't believe that. It is the ceiling we place on our own expectations. And that ceiling is not created by politics alone. It is shaped by culture, shaped over time, in which too often we have chosen survival over ambition, static stability over growth, acceptance over aspiration. Today, this building challenges that ceiling. It is an invitation to think bigger, to demand more, to expect better from ourselves, from our institutions, and from those who lead us. Political freedom alone does not automatically translate into prosperity. Elections alone will not close the gap between endurance and opportunity. The missing link is not only policy. It is not only legislation. It is alignment. The alignment of all of us above tribe, above party, above religion, and above region, united under one shared ambition: accelerated development for every Gambian. Local ownership is not sentiment, it is strategy, strategic autonomy. When Gambian institutions grow, when Gambians' talent trusted, when Gambian capital mobilized, development becomes a reality and sustainable. Confidence compounds, sovereignty strengthens. Qgroup House is that full of philosophy made visible. Your Excellency, your leadership has provided the stability upon which this vision has been built. Under your stewardship, democracy endures. Our voices are freer. Our institutions are rebuilding. This building is existing because stability exists. Your Excellency, because confidence exists. because your leadership created the space where Gambian enterprises could dream and deliver. On behalf of the Q Group, we extend our sincere gratitude to you and your administration for creating this condition that made this moment possible. Your Excellency, sir, we at the Q Group recognize your distinguished leadership and enduring commitment to national advancement and your strong belief in the private sector as the engine of growth. We are grateful for your leadership and for the partnership between the government and the private sector that allows this dream to take tangible shape. Ladies and gentlemen, Q Group House is more than a building. It's our contribution to the national story, a story still being written. I'm sure my friend Sabali will agree with me. The story has not ended, it's just beginning. May it stand not only as a place of work, but as a place of belief. A belief that the Gambia can develop, that we can be greater, that we are worthy of all that we dare to imagine. The call is clear today. Let us believe in Sinubos. Let us support our own. Let us stand together, not just as consumers, but as contributors to a shared national future. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, Q Group House is about to open. The data is flowing. The fiber is live. The road is paved. The future have arrived. And the journey continues. In conclusion, Your Excellency, I extend my deepest gratitude to all Q Group esteemed customers. Your support, your prayers, and your confidence in us over the years have brought us to this moment. What you see here today is your achievement, and you should be proud. To the Q Group family, our staff and their families, and especially my senior managers seated here, thank you for your dedication and commitment. You made me proud. Thank you very much. Please give them a well-deserved round of applause. Thank you. My sincere appreciation goes to Mr. JK, as we normally call him, the CEO of Sierra Leone, who is here with his senior team from Sierra Leone. And Mr. Sonny Chohen, he is also here, the Managing Director of Red Coat Express and his team from the UK, Mr. Usman Kebe, General Manager QuantumNet, and Madam Aissatou Jawara, Managing Director of Ajib Bank, for their leadership and guardians. To my friends and family, especially those who travel from Fass Umar Saho. Wa Fass maa ngi leen di tatagal, maa ngi leen di welcome. Fu ma amee lu ma am rek ngeen daw ñëw. Jërë ngeen jëf, kontaan naa trop pour gis leen. Jërë ngeen jëf. And to my niece, Umi Sise, who flew also from Nigeria to come and witness today. Thank you for your prayers, encouragement, and unwavering support. Special thanks to my brothers, Dr. Jah and my brothers, sisters and their spouses, and my goros, led by Alaji Asan Jallo, the Chief Justice. You are my pillar. To my children, Omar, Imam, Salam, and Yafatu, thank you for your patience and for listening to my old school advice. I wish you success. And to my beautiful new wife, little Princess Aissata, who will soon turn 1, we pray for your God's protection and guidance. Madam Jaya, our village. Your Excellencies, allow me to close by honoring someone very special. 40 years ago, in 1986, at the Gambia High School, I met a young woman who would become the greatest blessing of my life. When I told her my intentions, the first day we met, she thought I was joking. But I knew from that moment that I have found a rare diamond. Alhamdulillah, after 30 years of marriage, I remain grateful every day. A woman of integrity, humility, confidence, and above all, love. Don't cry. She is my partner, my advisor, and my strength. As head of IT, information technology at Qgroup, she fits every gap. She fills every gap with excellence. She leads the Qgroup Foundation, launched the Setal Suñu Réew, Keep the Gambia Clean initiative, designed the interior of this building, and led the team behind the smart building systems you will experience today. Above all, she is the love of my life. Thank you, Madam Jah, for your support, your love, and your trust in me. Your Excellency, it is my honor to invite you officially to declare Q House open. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, everybody. God bless you all, and may God bless the Republic of the Gambia. Thank you. Thank you.